What's up everyone? My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are going to be playing an 80 card Simic Ascendancy deck. And basically what we're trying to do is a Simic Ascendancy is our main win condition, and we have OZOLITH to kind of make it happen with us. And Yorion actually works out with the combo of once we have a bunch of creatures with counters on them, and if we have OZOLITH and we just needed a little bit more, what we can do is we can exile everything and then put a bunch of counters onto the OZOLITH, because any creature with counters we can put those onto the OZOLITH if they leave the battlefield, which with Yorion that can happen. Also, we can bring a bunch of things that just enter with counters on them, like Zerta Goblin, Growth Spiral, Rules Spellbreaker, Yorvo. Anyway, all these different cards that can enter with +1/+1 counters can also just kind of pump our Simic Ascendancy. And then the hardest part about the Simic Ascendancy, and this is probably the main reason it's not typically played, is because you have to wait until the beginning of your upkeep before you actually have the chance to win. And getting up to 20 counters is so difficult anyway. Just waiting until you get there is just so difficult. But we're going to try to do it with this deck. We're going to try just playing all the janky awesomeness, playing a few things to kind of protect us against the more combo-y decks, and we're not going to be taking this into ranked. This is just going to be kind of a free play deck for the fun of it, trying to win with Simic Ascendancy. But let's go over some of the cards here. So basically, we have the OZOLITH, which is awesome. It does work with Simic Ascendancy. I tested it out against Sparky, and I played a few games with this, and I have been able to get a Simic Ascendancy win here. Although we are going to be winning through a bunch of just other good value stuff as well. So basically, we're playing a bunch of ways to create counters onto creatures. Stonecoil Serpent, one of my favorite ways. If we do get Nissa out, or just a lot of lands with our Growth Spirals, Uro, kind of our ramp plan to get up to our kind of bigger stuff here. Being able to proliferate 4 times in a row is really nice with Plain Wade Celebration. That's another way to kind of win. But anyway, so we can ramp up, have big Hydra Crasises, big Stonecoil Serpent, big Voracious Hydras, which can double its counters when it enters the battlefield. And so we can end up doing some pretty big busted things. The only card that I want to kind of like try to fit in here, because it's just not been played in a while, is Rhythm of the Wild. Could be kind of fun like as a one of, but I keep toning it down so much. You know what, one of, we're running 81 cards, why not? So this is a janky fun deck anyway, and I do think it still can win, but when you're running already 80 cards at all anyway, you have so much less consistency that we're just gonna be trying to get good games. So the main goal here is not necessarily to win a bunch of games, but it's trying to win a game with Simic Ascendancy, and we're gonna be trying to make that happen. So let's go ahead and jump into some gameplays. See how this one does for me. Dude, I'm just off today. Let's just do it. All right, we're going first. We're gonna keep this. We are kind of just splashing red, so we don't have a ton of it. I mean, this isn't amazing by any means. Lazotep Plating can be pretty nice against some decks and creating counters. Like, honestly, I probably should have waited and tried to dig for Simic Ascendancy or something, but with Hydra Crisis, hopefully we can get something going and just kind of have protectors and stuff. We shall see. All right, Fable Passage, crack it, just doing it now. Grabbing some red mana and passing the turn. All right, Rith, what you doing there? All right. Keeps it to the top. Well, we will shock ourselves. Zerta Goblin. We could go aggro, but I'm going to put counters onto things. That's kind of the main game plan. Having counters with proliferation, with Simic Ascendancy helps us a lot. Uro. I like Uro. Alright, swing in. Uro. Get out Fable Passage. We will bring out Hydra Crisis for... Ooh. Alright, pass the turn. I was gonna say we're gonna bring out Hydra Crisis, but now that we have Evolution Sage, if we hit a land as well, we can actually proliferate 2 times onto this to just make this a pretty big threat that might finish the game out before long. Alright, never mind. Rude.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Alright, let's go ahead and just sack this now. Alright, so we are needing more green mana, I think. We got plenty of the blues. All of the blues. We're getting close to being able to draw 3, so let's go with Zerta Goblin without a counter. Feels kind of funky. but we get to kill Teferi, so we do it. So give it haste. Swing at Teferi.
I suppose that's how it was meant.
We just hope that we don't have board wipe here, but getting power out on the battlefield, being able to kind of threaten. Lazotep plating can be pretty nice. This does create an amass token that does have a counter as well. So first off, it protects us from the Luca combo. Agent of Treachery cannot hit things that have hexproof. It doesn't protect against board wipe. Unfortunately, it doesn't give that. It's not that awesome, but giving a mass token is really nice. Ugh, deafening Clarion. Let's just go Uro. We draw the same amount of cards as the Hydrate Crisis would. Play tapped. Alright, well, we're getting ramp on. Pass the turn. A big Hydra Crisis at least draws us cards. We're not out of the game. We're pretty close to being able to just recast an Uro, which is good. Surprise, surprise. Uro's kind of amazing. Even without counters and stuff. It's good stuff. Alright, Shimmer Possibility. So is this a Luca combo without Yorion? Or is this just normal Fire's Invention without Karuga? This is crazy. People not playing companions, don't they even know? This is what you do, is play companions, man. Every day you play companions. Not just gonna play out the Lazotep plating. We need that up for later. Let's go ahead and just... We have to get rid of the other Uro to cast this Uro. So is it better to just go for Hydrate Crisis? X4. I guess not. I think it is better to Uro here. Try to go for a bit more. Alright, so get rid of the Uro. So I probably should have Lazotep plating last turn. Now we'll see. Okay, OZOLITH not worth playing. We want to keep it Lazotep plating here. Pass the turn. So I think the worst thing here is probably board wipe. We've already exiled our board. The best draw here is probably just land for a bigger Hydra Crisis, draw more cards. Cavalier of the Flame. Let's see how many more awesome things they bring out. Flyers ain't good. That ain't too great. Dream Trawler. Well, a big Hydra Crisis does beat Dream Trawler. Unfortunately, they get in this turn. They'll probably just hold back Cavalier Flame. Do we block? I mean, I think we do block. How many lands do they have? 0 lands. So I'm assuming, yeah, they just get in with Dream Trawler. Draw more cards. Be more awesome. That's a hard one to beat. Typically, these decks only run like 1 or 2 copies of Dream Trawler with this, but it's good. It's really good. Yeah, pass to my turn. Simic Ascendancy. Yorion doesn't actually kill Dream Trawler. We found the Ascendancy. We did not find the land, so we have to do this on 5. And we have to. I don't really see another way of actually coming out of this game victorious. And now we get the OZOLITH out. OZOLITH is pretty nice because then we can Simic Ascendancy, put all these counters back onto something like Uro for the next turn. Hydra, the Voracious Hydra is actually not terrible here either. So no attacks, just try to survive. We could swing in with Uro, but if they play 2 more creatures, having the extra blocker is going to be very, very nice here. Have their gales, more flyers. Not looking great for us, folks. Lots of draws to find other big things. If they can find Kenrith as well. All sorts of pain. Pain. Very much pain. Yeah, and they draw a bunch of cards, so Dream Trawler gonna gain them some life. The nice thing is that we're not trying to deal damage for the victory here. We're just trying to Simic Ascendancy and survive a turn. The hard part here is going to be the surviving a couple turns. Three pumps. Yeah, I mean, that's probably game. All right, we'll go to the next one. All right, up against Moss L, and we get turn 2 Simic Ascendancy into potentially some counterspell synergies and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and keep it. It's not a very fast hand, and against Luris, probably should go a bit more. We'll see. That is one thing, is I tend to forget to look at what companion they have. That gives you so much information. If it's Luris, it's probably aggressive. I'd love to keep more Hydrocrisises, but we need more lands to be able to make them worthwhile first. More OZOLITHs. One nice thing about playing double OZOLITH is that we can put stuff to the graveyard for Uro by playing double legendary stuff. Alright, Temple of Epiphany. Keep the land. Play the OZOLITH. Pass the turn. We'll keep one in hand, just in case they do have some artifact removal in green. Probably not with Luris, but you never know. People are playing lots of artifact removal type things. I've not seen Luris green Bulgari. Kind of excited. What could this be? A ramping? Is this just like Luris ultimatums? Because you can cast ultimatums all day long in there. All right, shock ourselves. Let's go Hydrate Krasis X2. If it does die, put stuff onto the OZOLITH, everything like that. Yeah, we're fine. And we also just have the pump with Simic Ascendancy, which is pretty decent. Next turn, Evolution Sage, Forest. Play out another Simic Ascendancy, I guess. Why not? Unfortunately, we can't bounce back lands for the Proliferate. That would be sweet with Yorion. But I mean, it would be so busted if you could untap all the lands with it as well. I kind of wish we could do that. It would be really, really awesome. At some point. Oh, man. Casualties of War. Well, rebuild. Yeah, just rebuild. If they have another Casualties of War, I guess we just scoop it up. They just have the perfect answers for our deck then. I've not seen a Luris Casualties of War deck. The Dazzle. So this is Jund Land Destruction. Oh, I think I've seen someone playing a version of this. Alright, Voracious Hydra. Double the counters and just try to get more up on to make Ascendancy. Or just kill Hydra, Paradise Druid. I'm not sure I really care about Paradise Druid. They have so much mana anyway. That doesn't really matter as much. I think that we just double up the counters. The worst case scenario, we actually start getting to do more damage. Evolution Sage can start doing good things too. So yeah, this is the Land Destruction deck. And 6 mana destroy lands every turn. That's so terrible. But this is what we're doing in Standard nowadays. Of course. I'm going to wait until we have a land for Revolution Sage. So, Rule Spellbreaker with a counter onto it. Swinging in with Voracious Hydra. If it does die, we get to put things onto the Cruel Spellbreaker. Again, our main win condition is Simic Ascendancy, because I want it to be. They can't bring those back with Luris. Just kidding. Yeah, okay then. About that. Crap. What was that they just played? I haven't seen this card actually played. Once and Future. 4 mana. Bring back. Good stuff. Yeah, okay. Casualties of War. I mean, we're technically still not out of the game. We're totally out of the game. Game is over. Alright, Evolution Sage. Island. Got counters here. I think they'd actually be willing to trade off here. Is that okay with us? Guess so. Swing in. Down to 11 past the turn. We had like the best deck ever. The best hand, but they just, man, they just had everything. Casualties of War. This is a pretty good card. How about that? Who would have thought? All right, up against Isher, and we're gonna keep this. Zerta, Pollen Bright, Druid. We got some things that we can do. Triome. We may not even shock ourselves. Well, okay. Zerta Goblin. I think with a counter, we're trying to put everything with counters, and everyone just has lots of removal nowadays as well, so it's annoying. All right, another Ketria. We are getting closer to Hydra Crisis being bigger, Voracious Hydra being nice and thick. I think we just spread the love with counters, try to find, like, if we find Evolution Sage, it's pretty nice. I should have. That's fine. All right. Ashiok. Okay then. We lost the Simic Ascendancy. That's cool. So I think it is just Zerta Goblin swing at Ashiok. Give it haste. Swing in. Is this like a mill deck? Play this tap, pass the turn. So Voracious Hydra on 3, make it just a 6/7 is not a terrible play. Yeah, this is a mill deck. All right. Burrow's kind of nice. Rose Spiral. So Yorion with Pollen Bright Druid and Zerta Goblin's actually not too shabby at all. Okay, Voracious Hydra X3. Big bodies do big things. Bring in. If they have the unsummon, it just comes back bigger later. We do have to not get milled out. We are running 80 cards. I feel like mill decks, the extra 20 cards in a lot of these decks will make it very difficult to actually win. Okay, Ashiok, that is annoying. It is bad.
Are delightfully friendly.
Okay. Bring everything at Ashiok. Yeah, that's fine. So they probably just let it die. Yeah. Oh, so they don't let it die. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, we lost another Simic Ascendancy and a Galloping Lizrog. Yay! A Hydroid. We haven't played land yet. Okay, Hydroid X4. Draw a couple cards. Things unfortunately are getting exiled instead of... I do wonder actually how powerful just Ashiok, the double Ashioks and Kaya in a control deck, the amount of exile stuff that people can have in their boards and everything can get pretty busted. Alright, we can proliferate a few times. Anything we want to bring back to our hand? Galloping Lizrog could be kind of fun. Alright, so proliferate, return Lizrog, proliferate, proliferate. Submit 3, Alright, make sure that Ashiok dies, swing everything else at phase. They could have unsummon for this Hydrocrisis. But again, going at face is the main game plan here. Galloping Lizrog is also pretty fun. So there is, because this has trample, another way to play this is with the ram through, whatever, which a 2-mana massive Galloping Lizrog instant speed burn spell is pretty sweet. Hydrocrisis has trample. They have unsummon as well. Bust the hand if they have it all. Double blocks, yeah. We don't get to kill both, so that's a good play. Milling us even more. I really think that there needs to be an Esper Ashiok control deck with Kaya. Kaya as like one of the main finishers. I think it'd be really good. Let's Voracious Hydra X. Well, let's just do it all, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could have something here, but we get to kill a blocker, swing in. Kill that. Does not get another trigger. This is the other side of the deck, is once we've ramped, we're just playing really big things. And sometimes really big things can just beat some control type decks. Keeps 2 on top, that's not good. One of them a land? Or maybe they just had a land in hand. 2 to the bottom now? They must have just messed up their... Huh. Alright, opponent scoops it up. I was gonna say that was kind of funky. We'll take it. Up against Dog. And yeah, I mean we have pieces. We're gonna keep it. We will put OZOLITH out first. Having 2 of them, that's not as much fun. But being able to curve this out a little bit better is nice. Being able to actually start playing better things on turn 3. So yeah, OZOLITH, Simic Ascendancy. Please don't quench my Simic Ascendancy, you fool. Don't you dare. Alright, they heard me. That's right. Dude, wait until it's at like 18 or something. I mean, it slows down the game, but it doesn't matter quite as much. Play Uro. Okay. Would really like to be able to ramp a little bit there. Getting up to Nissa would have been sweet. Alright, so this is probably Simic Flash. So, Simic Ascendancy. Play it. Oh, we don't have any more green mana. What's up with that? That's a bunch of poop. If they want to spend a counterspell on our Simic Ascendancy, it's kind of fine. I mean, our main goal is to play this, and so it's frustrating if we don't have it. Pass the turn. I could OZOLITH just to get more stuff in the graveyard for Uro. That's at least doing something else this turn. Yeah, I think that we're just a little too slow. I believe we were on the draw. We didn't get any ramp off Uro. Growth Spiral can't even ramp for us. Nissa could be okay. With the OZOLITH, Nissa is actually pretty awesome. So if it resolves here, we win. If not, we're just going to concede. Yeah. Unfortunate. But with like Evolution Sage, Nissa, having the elementals out, every time they die, we get to put more counters onto the next one. So we can make a 6/6 pretty quickly. But yeah, we're dead. All right, up against Froth Loop. And so we can actually play Yorvo with Castle Garenbrig. Bonder's Enclave is kind of terrible. We're going to mulligan. We can have much better hands than that. All right, OZOLITH Simic Ascendancy. This is what we want. This is all our hopes and dreams. Keep this. Drop an actual creature with counters on it, or Evolution Sage. I mean, Evolution Sage with Simic Ascendancy, we can put counters onto it. Start proliferating. We can find more of them, though. Can we? The nice thing about Zertai Goblins is, and everything as well, like finding more of them later is not too shabby, because with the OZOLITH, once it has counters and stuff like that, you can actually, we want hasty creatures to be able to swing in with. And so we're going to get this out so we can Simic Ascendancy turn 2. Alright, so Simic Ascendancy. The OZOLITH doesn't matter until they actually have removal. So what we're going to do is we get to play out Evolution Stage on the next turn. We get to then put counters onto an Evolution Stage, proliferate twice, and then the OZOLITH. That will get us to where we're at least up there decently far. Hopefully no burn spell for next turn. Bone Crusher would be annoying. Actually, it's not, doesn't work with giants. So, all right, Evolution Sage. Fires? Oh no. Oh, how bad is this for us? Kahira comes out. Creating a big body does help, so put it onto Evolution Sage. Fable Passage. Submit 2. Crack this. Grab blue mana. Proliferate. OZOLITH. We could very well be dead next turn, so I'm not going to attack. And, I mean, at least getting something out with the OZOLITH is nice. We can play Yorion, put some counters onto it, and try to survive that way. The issue here is Embercleave. The issue here is Vivian. Oh my gosh. Yeah, gets more things, more bodies. So if they go Cavalier here, okay. Just a Quartzwood Crasher and Bonder's Enclave. They just have flipping everything. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. Destroys it now. Well, too bad you didn't recognize that we got another one, fool. Draws more cards, yeah. Galloping Lizrog. I should have Simic Ascendancy first there. I think we just have to make a big Galloping Lizrog. If it dies, we can get stuff back with Simic Ascendancy. So 3 counters, 6 counters, it becomes a 9/9. We get to keep a counter onto Evolution Sage. So let's go 3 copies. 3 counters. No attacks. Have a 9/9, keep a counter on Evolution Sage. We can block Kahira. We're still pretty far from actually being able to win. So Yorion actually works with Galloping Lizrog here. Hey now. Hey now. Doesn't have trample. So when I did my trample tribal deck, everyone's like, why? I had like 15 comments. Why didn't you put Questing Beast in there? It doesn't have trample. It doesn't mean it's not good. You should play it and stuff like that, but it doesn't have trample, so it wasn't on theme. Still completely busted and broken and awesome, scary, and terrifying. You know, all the things. Oh, come on now. That's just rude. All right, so what we could have done there is we could have played Yorion, blink the Galloping Lizrog, put all the counters, 6 counters onto the OZOLITH, and then we put all those counters back onto, so when we go to combat, we put them onto here, and then when Galloping Lizrog enters again, he gets to double his counters again, basically. So he gets to go up to 12 counters onto Galloping Lizrog. So that's the kind of stuff that we can do with this. We're going to try one more time here against an actual human being, and then we might just go to Sparky just to like showcase the deck and do stuff, because it is nice to actually see the deck go off. And the issue is people are just playing lots of enchantment removal for other things. And so, I mean, that's the issue with Simic Ascendancy, is people just have answers for it. But, so if we don't get this one, we'll at least go up against Sparky to showcase what the combo actually does. And sometimes it's fun to just completely destroy Sparky as well. You know, it's never a bad thing. All right, up against this guy, and we'll keep this. We have OZOLITH, we have Simic Ascendancy, we have 2 ramp spells and 0 lands. Do it with. If we find an untapped land, we'll go Spiral OZOLITH. We just draw here to try to find the land no matter what. We do have lots of lands in the deck, but it's 80 cards, so everything goes different now. We don't actually have any like counterspell stuff, so or counters. There we go. Castle Garenbrig, play the OZOLITH, pass the turn. Also helping fill the graveyard for the Uros to come back. Oh, this is Storm Herald. Storm Herald Fling. If we can gain enough life, it's actually kind of fine. So, Simic Ascendancy Growth Spiral. We have the mana to do that? No, we don't. Let's just Uro. No counter spells, or no counters yet. It doesn't really make sense to do much else. Alright. Still ramping. Ramping is great. Those are forests for Nissa. We like forests for Nissa. Mire Triton. And so here's the thing too, is typically Mire Triton's kind of annoying to block with our lands, but when our lands give us a bunch of counters and we have plenty of them, it's kind of fine. So lay out Nissa. We get to Simic Ascendancy. Doesn't actually work when you put counters onto this because they're still a land as you put them on. But we untap a mountain. When it dies, however, we get to do some really fun stuff. So attack in. Freeze Gilner. Oh no. Is this a Winota deck? Oh, they have Death Touch and they're still double blocking? Sounds great. It counters onto the OZOLITH. Yeah, this is a Winota deck. How about that? Then why would you block at all? I'm really confused with that play. You could have had enough to kill Nissa, especially if you stole our guy. Noda, I mean, they still got it all, apparently. But they got flipping everything. That's just rude, my friend. That's just rude. We don't have Euro yet. Euro, whatever. All right, play Euro. Dude, we were actually getting places, and then just bad things happened. All the bad things. Protection. Can't actually block Haktos, though. Uro is a way that we could eventually block Haktos. Castle Garenbrig for Stormcold Serpent can make it pretty big as well. Let's just go Growth Spiral, try to survive a turn. I kind of doubt that we will be able to. OZOLITH. Keep this one. Pass the turn. Submit 0. Why can't I submit 0? Okay, decline. All right, there we go. Oh, I forgot that it just targets anything. I'm pretty sure we're just dead, though. Another Haktos. Sorry, they don't get to keep both. On 4, that means Hero can't block anymore. Storm Herald. Winota Storm Herald Colossification. Oh, that's cool. Nice. I gotcha. I see what you did there. That's really cool. I want to do that now. that's actually really fun. All right, we're gonna play up against Sparky just to at least get the combo off. We did lose lots of games, but we also, I feel like, just had lots of fun with those ones. Like, we got one win, and it was just by playing big stuff. All right. I mean, we're just gonna keep whatever we got against Sparky. We shouldn't be able to lose.
Remember to have fun.
Shouldn't say that. I'm gonna lose against Sparky now because I said something. All right, let's try a little bit more. Trying to just find our pieces here. We do need more. Yeah, we need Simic Ascendancy. There we go. Ask and ye shall receive. Okay, Simic Ascendancy. That's the turn. If Sparky plays enchantment removal, I'm gonna be so angry. But this is just kind of to showcase the different types of ways we can go about winning with this deck. We could just Uro here. Let's Hydra Crisis though. I'm trying to draw cards, get counters onto things. Doing all the things we want to do, you know. So the dream here, so I'm going to try to showcase how many counters we can get onto Simic Ascendancy in one turn. Hope we can kind of make this work to do that. Yep, no blocks. Down to 13. Yeah, let's just Uro. Gain some life, draw some cards, do the things we want to do. We don't get Gross Spiral, so... no attacks. So what do you guys think about just every once in a while showcasing a deck, just like really just destroying Sparky? 'Cause I know some people really want to make sure that I get the combo off every time. And is this an okay way to do it? I know sometimes I just don't have the right hands. Like, can we do it against people? Yes, I definitely can. Is it going to happen very often? Probably not. Like, it really is hard to do. You know, let's go for Evolution Sage. And we'll Grow Spiral. Could have gotten Stonecold Serpent out as well, but this is fine. Pass the turn. Silverback. Yeah. Feels like a pump spell. We have to not die still. I mean, this is getting a little bit closer than I'd like it to. Hydrocrisis can draw us cards and gain us some life. Hopefully hit a land. Or... Alright, there we go. Stable Passage. Proliferated a couple times. Those and pass turn. Yeah, the issue is with standard is that you just can't wait to get to turns like this. It just won't actually work if you do that. All right, we'll double block. I'm pretty sure that he's got the pump spell or something. No, guess not. Just kills the Hydrocrisis. Lose lots of proliferation abilities. I am trying to wait and go a little bit slower with this as well. I want to try to find the OZOLITH if we can. Okay, Lazotep plating. We're still away from... Alright, let's go Stone Cold Serpent X0. Because now we get to play Uro. Just trying to draw into our OZOLITH so we can try to do like fun stuff with Yorion. And pass the turn. Okay, up to 17. If we are trying to not win, we can't go too much further. So attacking with Uro, draw more cards, trying to find the OZOLITH. It is going to be hard to do. Submit one. That's fine. Rose cycle. Whoa. They probably could have killed us. Sparky probably could have killed us before. Oh my gosh. Every pump spell in the world. Man, Sparky's just got it all. Alright, we can also just go for a massive Voracious Hydra. That could be kind of fun. Alright, so this is actually something that we can do with it too. So, you can proliferate once it hits the first one. I guess it's the same amount to do it this way. But
we can do this.
We'll just go for the biggest Simic Ascendancy that we can. All right, X5, 6, 7. Yeah, get some counters, double those counters. And Stonefall for 0. Booyah. Alright, 35 counters on Simic Ascendancy. I mean, that's... Simic Ascendancy still is a fun, janky way to win. I do like... So the whole idea here with the OZOLITH is that if we ever found the OZOLITH in here, you know, our Hydrocrisis dying, our different things dying, we could also just swing with a Gruul Spellbreaker, put a bunch of OZOLITH counters onto it, and swing in for another 8/8 or whatever. And so this deck is all about bidding out big things with counters, kind of planning on them dying, hoping to have the OZOLITH as well, or Simic Ascendancy, and kind of go off on the combo more mid-range. The issue is that mid-range decks just are terrible in the format. The format has killed mid-range style of play and everything like that, where it's just not even close to being good. Aggro is not supposed to run over mid-range, and aggro runs over mid-range. Control's supposed to run over mid-range, but mid-range is at least supposed to have some sort of chance, and it just doesn't. Like, it really doesn't. And so mid-range has just kind of been I mean, you have Fires of Invention, which is kind of counts as mid-range, but the amount of Deafening Clarions they can play, or Shatter the Skies, while still building like Fires of Invention, it's more of like a combo deck, I would say, than it is mid-range. And so it's combo rather than mid-range. And so I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. If you want more janky stuff like this, definitely hit the subscribe button, and see you on the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.